as part of the commemoration for Arnhem, we wanted to present the Horsa Glider, and one of the things we were concerned about was the payloads that the Horsa used to take, obviously fully armed troops. But another thing that the Horsa was particularly well known for was to carry the Jeep. And it's been our privilege today to have a Jeep on loan here and to be joined by Stuart, who comes from the vehicle maintenance area at the Shuttleworth collection. And they've loaned this Jeep for us for the purpose of commemorating Arnhem. So Stuart, first of all, welcome to the channel.
No, my pleasure.
Thanks for coming along, and thanks for coming along and bringing this magnificent vehicle. Can you tell us a bit more about it?
Yeah, this vehicle is, it's actually a Ford GPW Jeep made in 1945. It didn't actually come over to the European theatre, but stayed with the American forces there until it was sold off. It actually saw service later on in the Korean War. Right. It's exactly the same as a Willys Jeep. Willys obviously developed the Jeep, but Ford were the only company that could make it in the sufficient numbers that were required. I actually don't know the actual numbers they built, but somewhere in the region of 250,000
so this would have been the sort of Jeep, almost exactly the sort of Jeep that would have been in the Horsa.
Exactly the same. Exactly the same. They didn't alter them.
What's it like inside? Inside, are we?
Yeah, let's just get in. Just hop on there, hop in. I'll come round.
Okay.
There you go. In this configuration, it's a bit drafty.
Right.
But very compact, very easy to drive. It does what's on the side of the tin. You put your foot on the accelerator, it goes as rapidly as you would expect it to be. It's a 3-speed gearbox. It goes comfortably at 40 to 50 miles an hour.
Really? Wow.
But on rough ground, it's superb. It has what's called a Go Devil engine, 2.4 litre engine. Right. And they're renowned to be very, very rugged and very successful. You would very rarely in a war theatre come up against one that's had the engine repaired. They just take it out and put another one in.
Okay.
So even this one's got a replacement engine.
So it's easy to manage in the field, easy to repair, easy to maintain.
Absolutely. And it's interesting, talk about repairing. It's worth me putting the, which I think is very innovative of Willys at the time, because obviously you're maintaining these in the field.
Right.
And I'll just lift the windscreen up. Got out all right?
Yeah.
Just lift the windscreen up temporarily. And then bonnet's up here. Just in case you didn't know what you were doing, there's a lubrication chart that's always kept in the Jeep. So you would.
So anybody
could do it.
One of these before,
but the interesting thing, of course, is that if you had to work on this at night, you've got your own illuminations, because your headlight is not just for driving.
So you've got
you just illuminate.
So you can do the work on the engine at night.
I think it's very innovative. Not even Land Rover came up with this one.
Yeah.
But it's a 6-volt system, which they were those days. Later on, they came to 12 volts.
Right.
And this is a very original Jeep. There you go. What more? I'll give you sufficient.
So you can now do the basic maintenance, spark plugs, distributor, and everything like that. It's all very basic, solid, able to be used in the field.
Yeah. So I think that's worth showing.
Definitely.
This one actually, as I mentioned, did go out to Korea, stayed with the American forces until Korea. It actually has a bullet hole in it.
Really?
Which was picked up. It's I don't know if your camera can get down here, but it's there, right behind this. You might need to come round and have a look at it.
I've got it. Okay, so this is a Korean War bullet. I assume an enemy one.
Actually, Probably, knowing the Americans, probably negligent discharge.
Let's hope not, anyway. The thing that impresses me about this is just the solidity of it. You know, they built them to be solid, and they built them to be rugged and
just very basic, very rugged, 3-speed gearbox. They even put a double spring on this side, I guess, because the driver was on it all the time. Doesn't make a lot of difference for me.
Yeah.
and actually, I don't think you get anyone much bigger than me anyway.
Yeah.
In the Jeep.
Okay.
Because it's quite tight.
Right.
But
that has been absolutely fascinating, and it looks brilliant right next to the Horsa Glider that it would go in. You could just imagine it's about to be loaded, it's going to go off, and it's going to land next to Arnhem Bridge and hopefully work, hopefully the radios will work and all of those things. Thank you so much
no,
for
it's my pleasure.
lending this to us so that we can display it for this particular exhibition. It's absolute delight to have it with us, have it here, and it just complements what the horse has done. So if you're around over the next few weeks, do come along and have a look not only at the Horsa Glider, have a look at this Jeep, but also the other exhibits we've put together for not only Arnhem, but also the other things that Geoffrey de Havilland did. We'll see you at the museum.